What if you woke up one day and found out something that was supposed to be extinct was actually alive? Maybe a dinosaur or a dodo bird? Well, believe it or not, de-extinction is no longer a far-fetched idea. It's happening right now. Some say it could even help with climate change. This flightless bird only lived on the island of Mauritius in the Indian Ocean. It was declared extinct in the 1930s, after it was hunted and persecuted by farmers who believed it was killing livestock. Like the dodo bird, the thylacine was driven to extinction by humans, and it's also the star of many de-extinction efforts. You look up to see billions of passenger pigeons flying overhead. Their wings blot out the sun, causing darkness in the middle of the day. Just imagine Jurassic Park, but real. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, be sure to check out more content. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an upload. Thanks for watching. This wasn't a scene from the past, but rather a common sight in the early 1800s. Passenger pigeons were abundant across North America, where they nested by the billions. They would travel in flocks so large that they darkened the skies. In fact, the largest flock ever recorded contained an estimated 3 billion birds. Passenger pigeons were killed off by mass hunting. During the 1800s, people hunted them for food. In the early 1900s, they were killed for their feathers and hides. By the 1910s, passenger pigeons were extremely rare. And in 1914, the last passenger pigeon died in a zoo. Passenger pigeons once covered the skies, but today we can't even remember what they look like. Bringing them back could be a way to restore balance to our ecosystems. However, passenger pigeons were hunted to extinction because they were so plentiful. And since they laid their eggs in mass, they were easy targets.
Today,
we need to be careful that history doesn't repeat itself. Reintroducing passenger pigeons could lead to a new hunting frenzy. Plus, the birds would face competition from other birds that have taken over their habitat. Many companies and research facilities are working hard to clone the thylacine. But even if they succeed, it wouldn't exactly be brought back in the wild. After all, the animals went extinct for a reason. Reintroducing them could disrupt an already delicate ecosystem. Plus, there's always the risk that they could escape and become invasive species themselves. On the other hand, bringing back extinct animals could be a way to correct our past mistakes. It could also help us better understand genetics and evolution. It could even help save endangered animals. For example, by bringing back the woolly mammoth, we could learn more about the effects of climate change. This knowledge could help us prevent other extinctions going forward. Ultimately, the decision of whether or not to bring back an extinct animal is a difficult one. It's important to weigh the risks and benefits carefully before making a decision. What do you think? Should we bring back any of these extinct animals? Or are there other extinct animals that you think we should bring back? Let us know in the comments below. Thylacines used to live in forests filled with lots of plants and animals, but today much of Australia's wilderness has been developed or destroyed. So even if the Tasmanian tiger were to return, it likely wouldn't survive. There are also concerns that bringing back this predator could disrupt Australia's delicate ecosystem. Plus, many people have questioned whether the thylacine really is extinct. There have been many unconfirmed sightings of the animal over the years. So it's possible that this so-called ghost of the Australian wilderness is hiding somewhere. When humans arrived there around the year 1600, they hunted the dodo to extinction. This prehistoric beast is known for its long fangs, which were used to catch prey and may have grown as long as 12 inches. They lived during the Pleistocene epoch, which began about 2.6 million years ago and ended about 11,700 years ago. They went extinct during this time. While we don't know exactly why, it was probably due to climate change once again. Reintroducing this predator to the environment could cause chaos among the food chain. Saber-toothed cats were fierce hunters, but they weren't the only ones. They competed with dire wolves, short-faced bears, and North American cheetahs. Imagine the battles that must have taken place between these extinct predators. One reason scientists want to bring the saber-toothed cat back is to help control populations of other animals. Currently, there's a coyote plague across the United States. Coyotes aren't dangerous to humans, but they do pose a threat to local species. Reintroducing a large predatory cat could help keep coyote numbers in check. However, doing this could also lead to more problems. If the saber-toothed cat preys on cows and other livestock, farmers will likely demand that it be removed once again. The saber-toothed cat may be extinct, but its legacy lives on in the hearts and minds of many people. Its skull has been found in many different places, and it's been featured in books, movies, and TV shows. Would you like to see the saber-toothed cat prowling through the wilderness once again? Or would you prefer to leave it where it's at? Invasive species such as rats and pigs also took over the island and ate the dodo eggs. Sadly, the dodo has been gone for about 400 years. But scientists say they've extracted DNA from preserved dodo bones. While this doesn't mean a dodo will be walking around anytime soon, it does show that we can extract and study the genetic material of extinct animals. The dodo bird is a great example of how humans can impact a species. In the case of the dodo, it was hunted to death within a few decades. Bringing it back could be a way of correcting that mistake. But what if the same thing happened again? That's why it's important that we protect animals who are currently endangered. We can learn more about endangered animals and how you can help protect them by clicking the link in the description below. So let us jump in and see which 5 extinct animals are being brought back to life, and why scientists might be bringing some of them back soon. No, 5. Woolly mammoth. There's probably no extinct animal more popular than the woolly mammoth. These huge, furry mammoths look like they belonged in the Jurassic period, but they actually lived until about 10,000 years ago during the last ice age. They were killed off when the climate changed and the Earth warmed up. Today, scientists are trying to use Asian elephant DNA to bring the woolly mammoth back to life. Because of their thick fur and large size, they might be able to help combat climate change in the Arctic. Woolly mammoths had huge tusks and were almost like elephants with tusks, but don't get too excited. It could take many years before we find out if bringing them back works. Scientists are trying to edit the genome of an Asian elephant cell and then put it into an elephant egg. If all goes well, they may have created a hybrid elephant mammoth that can actually live. Some say this is unethical, but others say it could bring back an important part of the Arctic ecosystem. How do you feel about it? 4. The dodo. The dodo bird has become synonymous with extinction. Number 3. Tasmanian tiger. The thylacine, also known as the Tasmanian tiger, was a small dog-like animal found in Australia. 2. Saber-Toothed cat. Few animals are more iconic than the saber-toothed cat. 1. Passenger pigeon. Picture you're walking through the forest one day when suddenly the sky turns dark. Should we bring them back? Now that we know some of the most famous extinct animals that might be brought back, let's answer the big question. Should we? Closing. De-extinction is an exciting field that could bring back some of our favorite extinct animals. But it's also a dangerous field.